thank God you're here. Where's Jake?
Well, I thought he'd be here.
He didn't spend the night with you last night?
No. Jillian, we'd have called you if you showed up.
He never did? Oh, God. But where could he be? I stayed up all last night, and I called the boarding house, the hospital.
We know. Myrtle told us you called every hour on the hour.
Honey, I know you're worried, but Jake has got a lot to deal with right now.
But no one's seen him since yesterday.
I did. I saw him yesterday afternoon at the Valley Inn bar, but he didn't want any company. He certainly didn't want mine.
Did he say anything about...
He didn't say anything. He didn't want to talk. Certainly not to me. But before I left, I did tell him what Leslie had told us, that there's still a chance he could win custody.
Did it do any good?
Why should Jake believe anything you say, Jillian? You're one of the people who lied to him.
Adam, now's not the time.
Are you happy now? Your nasty little secret is out.
No, it's your nasty little secret. I've been vindicated by the truth.
Jake deserves to be Colby's father. Everyone knows that.
Well, now everyone knows that I am Colby's biological father, and no court in the land would go against me on that. Jake can snivel all he wants about what a great daddy he is. No. Someone should control this woman.
There we go. Where is that blankie, huh? Here we go. There it is. Oh, Dr. Martin.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you, Harry.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I just want to see Colby.
Oh, Mrs. Chandler didn't mention a visit this morning. I thought everyone was at the courthouse.
Yeah, you've heard about what's going on. So you know.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Chandler told me. I still can't believe you aren't Colby's biological... I mean, I shouldn't say this, but it's a real shame you aren't Colby's biological father. I've never seen a man take to a child the way you have with this little girl. Colby and I were just going downstairs for her bottle. Would you like to join us?
Ash, I'd like to sit up here. I'll wait for you to come back, if that's okay. Hey, it's okay. Hey, come to Daddy. Here, right here. Right here. Oh, yes.
One time in your arms is just what she needs.
I'll take good care of her.
You always have. I'll be right back.
Okay. You. Whew. Yes. You're just as beautiful today as you were yesterday. Just as feisty.
By all means, pick him up. You all stand up, Adam.
No thanks to that lunatic.
What the hell is going on?
One of your peace-loving muttons just attacked me.
Unprovoked, I'm sure.
Actually, I wasn't finished.
Come on. You were with us, Barry. Add assault to his list of offenses.
What the hell's Shire doing here anyway? Where's Jackson?
Jack quit after he realized he was being lied to.
Well, good riddance. It's over anyway. Colby is mine. I mean ours.
Let's wait for the judge, Adam.
She'll rubber stamp the obvious.
Oh, I don't know about that, Adam. Biology doesn't change the facts as regards your track record as a parent.
Biology's everything, and you know it, Joe. She's as good as mine.
If I were you, I'd be worried.
Yeah, did you see the look on the judge's face when she heard what you did?
She probably thinks you're morally bankrupt.
Oh, don't you get self-righteous with me, you thief. You stole millions of dollars from me.
And you stole my husband's happiness. He's reason for living.
I didn't take anything away from Jake. Colby was never his to begin with. Why are you all standing there looking at me like that? Every one of you would have done exactly the same thing to claim your child if you were in my position.
We could never be in your position.
What you have done to Jake.
Oh, poor Jake. Jake is young. He can have a gaggle of children. Isn't that what you want, Julian? Or is the honeymoon over now that he's found out you lied to him about, what did he call it, the sole purpose of his life?
Normal human beings don't replace children like toys, Adam. And they certainly don't do it for vengeance.
How are you going to pay back that $75.9 million you stole from me? You better be glad that I got my child back, because I'm in too good a mood to press charges right now.
Adam, do you ever shut up?
I'm defending myself from an attack here.
Don't you understand that what you did is indefensible?
Adam, we're due in court soon. Let's get you presentable. Come on.
Mr. and Mrs. Martin. I know over the years that I've done a lot of things that would justify you shutting me out of your life, and you never did so. You always found it in your heart and in your family to shower me with love. And after everything that Jake has gone through and the pain that he's feeling, I would understand if you couldn't forgive me.
Liza, I was telling Ruth last night about your testimony. We both feel that whatever the rights and wrongs of what you did, your intentions have always been good.
I mean, you only wanted to raise your child surrounded by love. Now, what mother wouldn't want that for her child?
I don't deserve your kindness.
No matter who Colbys Father is, she's always going to be part of our family.
And so will you.
That's gracious of you. But I don't know that Jake would agree. I have apologized to him.
Jake has just suffered a devastating loss. I'm afraid it's going to take a very long time before he's able to come to terms with what's happened.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Hello? Mrs. Chandler, I left the room for a bottle. I wasn't gone 5 minutes. I know things are different now, but I didn't expect...
Harriet, what's wrong?
Dr. Martin came by. Colby's face lit up like it always does. She was so happy to see him.
Harriet, would you just tell me what happened?
I went to get her bottle, and when I came back, the room was empty. Dr. Martin and Colby, they're gone.
Colby's gone? Are you sure?
What happened?
Adam, stop it. Harriet, go ahead.
I've searched the house, the grounds. Winifred and Lucretia helped me. They vanished.
Oh, my God. We'll be right there. We'll be right there.
Liza, what is it?
Jake, Colby's gone.
Good God.
Jake came to see her as they were playing, and Harriet left the room, and when she returned, they were gone. Excuse me. What are we gonna do?
No, don't worry. We'll find her.
How long did you leave the baby alone with Dr. Martin?
It couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 minutes, 5 at the most.
Did he say or do anything that was suspicious?
If he had, I wouldn't have left him alone with Colby. It's such a shock.
What kind of a nanny are you, leaving my daughter alone with that man?
He's been her father. He's so good with her. I felt sorry for him.
You felt sorry for a kidnapper? Well, no. You're on a short list for termination,
Adam,
lady.
please. Derek, are you finished with Harriet?
Yeah, thank you. You can go.
Thanks for getting here so quickly. What have you found?
Nothing. Lucretia was in the kitchen when Harriet got the bottle, and Winifred was watering plants in the parlor.
You know, maybe he hasn't even left the property, Derek.
Well, my people have searched this house, basement to attic, and the grounds. I sent somebody down to the gatehouse just now.
No, forget it. He's gone.
What? How can you be so sure?
It's those blasted tunnels. Jake knows them.
What are you suggesting?
Well, isn't it obvious he's kidnapped our daughter? I'm gonna need PB out of this.
Jake would never kidnap Colby.
He just did it, Liza. He sneaked into this house when he knew we weren't here. He convinced Harriet to leave him alone with her, and he escaped through the tunnels.
I trust him, Adam.
He's very angry at us. He'd do anything he can.
I don't care. No matter how angry he is, he's not going to steal Colby from me.
How can you possibly believe that?
Because he's not you.
You know, taking Colby from her nursery. Why would Jake do such a thing?
I guess he's just overwhelmed by losing Colby.
You don't think he'd really try to run with her, do you?
Well, he can be impulsive, but he's level-headed. I'm not worried.
Well, I wouldn't blame him if he did take off. I mean, except for you and Mom, he thinks we've all let him down.
As far as he's concerned, we're as bad as Adam and Liza.
No, Jake's too unselfish to do such a thing. He would never jeopardize his... Colby.
What's up?
Judge Mayo is open to a new hearing that will admit the evidence of Adam's paternity.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Well, given all the damning evidence against Adam, we still have a strong case. What happened? Should I sit down?
Jake took Colby from the Chandler mansion without asking permission.
No, he knows that we still have a possibility of winning. Has anybody heard from him? Having him flip out is not going to win any points with the judge.
Adam's calling it kidnapping.
Of course he is.
Let's give Jake the benefit of the doubt, not just assume the worst.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to spend a little time with Colby before whatever happens in court today.
I'm gonna make some phone calls and talk to Myrtle, see what I can find out.
I'll come with you.
I better update Barry on the latest developments, although I'm sure he's already held a war court with Adam.
Where could Jake have taken the baby?
Oh, someplace he feels is safe.
Is there such a place? I mean, Jake feels that losing Colby is like losing his future. You just can't escape from that kind of pain.
His future? I think I know where Jake is.
Hey. Hey, here's your room. Yeah. I had to borrow it last night. I hope you don't mind. But I made some plans while I was here. I thought maybe we could put your crib right there. And your dresser over there. And where do you want to put your rocking chair? Well, I think right here would be perfect. Yeah, this is your safe place. I know. Those teeth are probably bothering you. Would you believe that they're gonna have to come right back out? Yeah, it's kind of silly, isn't it? Yeah, but pretty soon you'll have a bed and you can put the tooth right under the pillow. I know it sounds kind of weird, but the tooth fairy will come and give you some money for it. I'm not sure what the going rate is now, but yeah. You don't believe me? I think you should believe me. Because I'd never lie to you. It's the backyard. We're gonna have some picnics down there. And then there's a big elm tree back there where I'm gonna put your swing. And maybe someday when you're awake, you can look through there and see Grandma and Grandpa's house. And we can walk over there if you want. Would you like that? Grandma and Grandpa love you very much. We all do. I just want you to have a very good life, Colby. I want you to have a very good life.
Maybe the tapes from the surveillance cameras will turn up something. I'll go take a look.
Yeah, Winifred can show you where they are. Well, what do you think of your sainted Jake now?
I think that we destroyed his world, Adam. If you could have just seen him last night, he was...
Last night? Was he here last night?
Adam, he just wanted to...
He just wanted to kidnap Colby.
No.
Liza, you foiled his attempt and he came back this morning. Open your eyes.
Adam! He doesn't know where to turn. He doesn't know what to do. That doesn't mean that he took Colby. He's an honest and decent man.
Well, the honest and decent Jake Martin waltzed into this house, sweet-talked the nanny, and took our daughter without our permission.
Well, Jake will bring her back.
Oh, and if he doesn't?
He will.
Well, fine. Then I'll nominate him for sainthood. That's just after I have him arrested for kidnapping.
The tapes confirm it. Jake used the tunnels.
I'm glad you're back. Jake tried to kidnap this child last night.
Adam, that's not.
It's an obvious, premeditated attempt at kidnapping, and the man is obviously deranged. And I want an APB out on him. I'm talking about the airports, the railroad station, the bus station. I want roadblocks between here and Center City. If you need any more men, you can use some of my security staff.
It's wrong, Adam.
No, I'll tell you what's wrong. What's wrong is Jake trying to steal my daughter, and I'm going to set it right.
How dare you? You are the reason she's gone.
When I was a little boy, my room was my favorite place. 'Cause it could be anything I want it to be. It could be a fort or a battleship, a football field. And every night, my mom would come in and tuck me in. Even when I thought I was a little bit too old, but that's all right. See, in our family, there'll always be somebody to talk to. There'll always be somebody you can hug if you're having a bad day. I'm trying to be a good dad. Grandpa Joe is kind of a hard act to follow. But the most important thing is that they taught me I could be whatever I wanted, and I could do whatever I wanted, and that's the kind of childhood that I want to give you. Pretty soon you're going to be walking, and then in a few years I'll teach you how to ride a bike, and then a few years after that, that's hard to believe, but I'll teach you how to drive, and I will definitely do that because that's a daddy's job. And then you'll have your first prom. And I'll see you standing there, smiling at me, all grown up in your dress. And I wonder how my sweet baby girl grew up to be such a beautiful young woman.
Jake?
Dad, what are you doing here?
Well, it's just that we have been kind of worried about you, you know.
I'm fine. How'd you find me?
Jillian told us that you might be here. We've all been so worried and so sad.
Look at her, Mom. Sweet. How do I stop being her father?
Did you find Jake?
No, but maybe Dad has.
I'm betting Jake's going to show up for the hearing.
Everything Adam said is coming true. He said that if I wasn't going to tell Jake the truth, he would hate me.
Jillian, now isn't the time to start believing anything Adam says. You did what you thought was best for everyone, especially Colby.
Yeah, Tad and I made the same choice.
Oh, God, I just don't know how to help him anymore.
Well, we've got to try, even if he doesn't have anything to do with us.
Adam is getting everything he wanted.
But the judge hasn't ruled yet.
Don't you see this? He's ripping your whole family apart, and nothing makes him happier except maybe winning custody of Colby.
Nothing can hurt our family.
Your family, he'll forgive you.
So will you.
No, when I married Jake, I lied to myself. I thought I was helping him get custody of Colby. I thought I was protecting him against this lie, but I was a coward. I didn't believe our love could take this.
Eventually, he will understand why you did what you did.
No, when I told him the truth yesterday, just the look in his face.
We're all going to be scarred by this. But he does love you, and he is going to forgive you.
Adam waves a piece of paper around, switches a test tube, and I'm not her father anymore. Just like that. How can that be?
The court hasn't ruled yet, son.
How do I stop worrying about her? How do I wake up in the morning and not wonder if she slept well? How do I look at her and not see a part of myself?
Darling, she's always going to be a part of your life, and you will always be a part of hers.
Not according to Adam's DNA results.
Oh, but the kind of love that you and Colby share has nothing to do with DNA.
It's not blood that makes a family, son. It's heart.
How can she not be mine? Oh, my God. Dad, I had plans. I had plans.
Jake, you've been a father to Colby from the moment she's born. And you're always going to have a father's love for her. You're always going to want what's best for her. Because that's the kind of man you are.
But what's best for her is us, right? Is to be a Martin. That's what's best for her.
Well, you know, we'll continue to give her all the love and support that she needs to have the kind of childhood that you've dreamed of her having.
And no matter how the court rules, you will always be part of Colby's life.
Dad, Adam won't allow that. Colby's his now. I've lost her.
Son, we'll find a way.
I'd like to call Dad and Dixie and Jillian, of course, and let them know that you're all right and with Colby and everything. Okay?
Hello.
Oh, hiya, darling. It's Mom. I just wanted to call and tell you that we found Jake.
What about Colby? She all right?
Colby's just fine.
How's Jake?
Can you talk to him, please?
Listen, Jillian wants to speak with him.
I think it would be better if we'd wait just a little bit, honey, okay? Oh, Dad, listen, will you do me a favor? Will you please call Liza and tell her that Colby is okay?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Mom.
Hey, they're glad you're all right. Jillian wanted to talk to you.
Jake, it's chilly here. I'd hate for Colby to catch cold. Are you ready to go?
Where do I go from here?
This hearing is now in session. Counsel, does your client plan on gracing us with his presence?
Dr. Martin is aware of the schedule, Your Honor. I expect him momentarily.
Mr. Shire, do your clients intend on appearing?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
See, I told you. He's kidnapped Colby. What was that about?
Nothing.
Does Dad know something? Do you know where Jake is?
Miss Colson, do you have any idea the whereabouts of Dr. Martin?
He plans to be here, Your Honor. Something must have delayed him.
Yeah, like kidnapping. It can play hell of a man's schedule. Your Honor.
Dr. Martin, you're late. Please be seated and we'll proceed. Mr. Chandler, sit down. As the court is aware, I was about to give custody of the minor child Colby Martin to Dr. Martin when Mrs. Chandler revealed that her husband is the biological father, though not of her choice. Due to the highly unusual circumstances of this hearing, I would like to hear from counsel first. Miss Colson, does your client agree to a new hearing?
Jake?
Dr. Martin, the court is waiting. Is it your wish to proceed in a new hearing to determine the custody of Colby Martin?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
You hearing? Hasn't the judge been paying attention? Colby's mine. Barry.
Mary, do something. Stop this nonsense. Not now, Adam. Be quiet.
Dr. Martin, are you prepared to pursue sole custody, given the new evidence? Please, Dr. Martin, the court is waiting.
Judge, this is absurd. Colby is mine and Liza's. Jake Martin has no claim.
Mr. Chandler, not another word out of you unless directed. Mr. Shire, if you can't control your client's husband, I'll have him removed forcibly if necessary.
Your Honor, this is a difficult decision for Dr. Martin. If it pleases the court, I'd like a moment to confer with my client.
Very well. I'll grant a 5-minute recess, and 5 minutes means 5 minutes, not a second longer.
How dare you come into my house and kidnap my daughter?
Adam?
I could have had you arrested the minute you walked in this courtroom.
Adam, let's go.
And you know you can't win, Jake. So you go right ahead. You hold my daughter. One last time.
Jake, I knew Colby was fine with you. I'm sorry.
We can still win this, Jake. The judge was ready to give you custody.
Mm-hmm. And then Liza announced that Adam was Colby's real father.
It doesn't matter. Your name's on Colby's birth certificate. You have been a terrific father for almost a year. Custody decisions are made to benefit the child. The best interest of the minor is more important than a biological link. Based on the testimony that the judge has already heard, you are what's best for Colby.
Adam will fight us, though.
Let him. We have a hell of a case against Adam. And Liza, for that matter. Adam has committed serious crimes, and it won't take much to prove Liza is an unfit mother. Listen, I know this isn't easy for you, but requesting a new hearing is the smart choice. It will get ugly, but in the end, you will have custody of Colby. Let me win this case for you. I can do it.
Can't we press charges against Jake for attempted kidnapping?
Well, they were gone a few hours. You have no proof that's what Jake intended to do. He took Colby.
What more do you need?
Well, let's wait and see what Jake decides to do.
No, I'm not a wait-and-see type. I know that. I want results. I want my daughter, and I want you to make it happen. Do you understand? This isn't over until Colby is mine.
When this is over, you're going to lose everything.
Still fighting your brother's battles? Is that it? You want to take another swing at me? Come on, be my guest.
I don't care how much DNA evidence you whine about. Jake is Colby's father.
No, Jake is a kidnapper. Were you in on this? Maybe we can add a conspiracy to kidnap to the charges against you.
Idiot. There never was a kidnapping. I personally called Liza to tell her that Colby was all right.
Liza? Did you know Colby was safe and not tell me?
I didn't want to create a scene. Not that you need me to do that. Is that what's happening here? To be going for another round?
Colby could have been in danger, and you let me go.
Well, you would have called the SWAT team. You would have called the National Guard. I think enough damage has been done.
I had a right to know.
You used up all your rights.
What you decide today will have repercussions for the rest of your life. Don't make the wrong decision.
What would that be?
To lose your chance to be Colby's father. Listen, if Adam wins, that's it. We have no options.
So if we continue, how will you stop him?
Adam and Liza are a litigator's dream. I mean, the testimony against Adam was damning enough. But I worked for Adam. I know where to dig for the dirt, and it won't be hard.
Liza.
Oh, please. Please. She may be the image of motherhood right now, but this is a small town. I know the gossip. Didn't she break up Tad and Dixie's marriage? Homewreckers don't get much sympathy in cases like this. Trust me. I know how to play the game. It's my specialty.
Destroying people?
Winning. And we can do it. Once I get them on the stand, the court will have more than enough reason to grant you sole custody. Come on, what do you say? Let me go for it. I promise you will win.
You're pretty confident, Counselor.
You have got a great case, not to mention me, to make the judge see that.
This hearing is now in session. Counsel, are your clients ready to proceed? Dr. Martin, do you wish to pursue sole custody of Colby Martin?
Your Honor, may I say something?
If you must.
I just wanted to request that my child leave the room for the duration of the hearing.
On what grounds?
Well, I just think that she can sense the hostility here. I don't think it's good for her, for any of us. And if it would be appropriate, the nanny could take her home for the duration of the hearing, I would appreciate it.
I'll allow that.
No. I've made my decision, Your Honor.
Very well. If both parties agree to show restraint, the child will remain for the time being. Mrs. Chandler. Dr. Martin, the court waits for your answer.
Colby's my life. Yeah. Every day she reminds me of what's important, not to take anything for granted. And when she looks at me, I see that she trusts me, and I never want to lose that light in her eyes. As a parent, I've tried to teach her, and she ends up teaching me about life and love in particular. So I make this decision knowing that I'm doing the right thing.
Dr. Martin.
If I win custody, Colby will suffer. Adam will fight me with everything. I mean, this stuff, this court appearances, petitions, depositions, restraining orders, and these are just the legitimate means. And I love her too much to put her through that. She'll suffer. To have two parents fighting over her will damage the child, and I won't do that. I love her too much. I won't pursue custody.
Don't do this, Jake. We can win.
Colby will lose.
But there are ways...
This is what's best for Colby.
Jake, you are the most loving and generous man I have ever known. And I know that she's not a part of you, but she will always be a part of your spirit. I know that this was a really hard decision for you to make.
It's the only one I can make. I don't want her torn apart.
I will never forget the sacrifice that you made.
I did what I had to do. You do the same.
Based on Dr. Martin's answer, this case is dismissed. Court is adjourned.
Wait a minute. Your Honor, you can't do this. You can't just drop the case. I mean, not after what he's done. I mean, he's practically raped a woman. The man's a criminal.
This is a civil court, sir. As much as I would love to help put Mr. Chandler in jail, that's a matter for the criminal courts.
So that's it?
Well, I've notified the district attorney of the allegations made against Mr. Chandler.
So charges will be filed?
That's up to Mrs. Chandler. Good luck.
Liza, listen to me. You gotta do what you understand. You cannot let him get away with this, not after what he's done to you, after what he's done to all of us.
My family is none of your business. You leave my wife alone.
Your wife is gonna help me put you in jail.
Jake, what you did in court today was so loving. Can I talk to you?
Get out of here.
What have we done?
Sweetie, listen. Your intentions came from the heart. And in time, he'll come to understand that.
I don't think so.
Honey, when he works this through, he'll come back to you.
How can such a good man lose to someone so evil?
Jake may have lost his chance at custody. He showed a strength and love that Chandler can't begin to understand.
He's sitting in there gloating, and I just want to slap him.
I'll hold him down for you.
Oh, come on, you guys, that's enough. Not enough fighting for today. Now, what about you? Can I drive you home?
No, thanks. There's something I need to do first.
You know, he loves you very much.
She's right. I do.
I was talking about Jake, Adam.
Oh, really? I remember once you told me you wished Colby were mine.
Oh, well, isn't that the perfect example of being careful what you wish for?
It's been a long, hard road, Liza. But now we both have our heart's desire.
How can you say that?
I'm with the two people that are most precious to me in my life. My wife and our child.
Well, you don't have me. And you most certainly don't have my daughter.
Liza.
Liza, you got a minute?
Now's not the time, Dad.
Now is the only time. You got to do it. You got to go to the DA's office and press charges.
You know, you're not alone. We'll help you.
Let him get away with this.
Right now, I just want some peace.
What do you think? What do you think she'll do?
She'll do what she has to do. Jake set the example, didn't he? He did the right thing, even though it tore his heart out.
Let's hope Liza has the same strength.
She does. She may be too much like Adam for her own good, but she's got a heart and a conscience.
Yeah, she's just got to press charges.
I'm gonna make sure of it.
You know, if Liza presses charges, you could be facing a big problem.
It's not gonna happen. It might amaze you to know that Liza still loves me.
I hope so, for your sake.
Look at the facts. She was gonna leave me. She didn't. She wanted a divorce. That didn't happen. And then she was going to kick me out. I'm still there. She loves me. Almost as much as I love her.
Well, love can be fickle. And the Martins are pressing her pretty hard. What they think is very important to her.
Yeah, well, I have every confidence in Liza. But if they should sway her into filing charges, we'll just have to play our trump card, won't we?